kullu makivik corporation kullu kikkaqtuiyingit ilauqqauyut 60 paruk inugiak tigiyut sapudjiyaqtuqqauyut karaalliinunangannermiutanin antiakku angayuqqaanga paa'engaut uqauseqaqqauyut inu sapudjiyaqtornerailluti karaalliinunangannermiutanin
imanna utaqqaruyinnaqsi ilagiinnaqattigut taakkakalaaltimiut taimanna itauna suksillugit asinginnut nunartuanut ikayuqtuaqattigut taimanna inninganu tappa tauvungarasuppugut kalaalliinunaanut saqqittianasukkuta inuaqatikiggattigut igiorniaqqattigit nangiqatigibattigit
eqqanaayaqtiit uqarpoq nirrunermit akseruutiqarartukkanniuyarput katutiqatigiittiarnermit ukiortartulimaat saputjittiarninginniit kavamauttiarasungninginniit inuqatigittiarasungninginniglum ullumittauq sivullerpaanguvoq uiviikkut kikkaqtuigimmaringit karaalliinnunanganniinninginniit Canadalut France-lut asingittauq karaalliinnunanganniit ilauyartorsimalertut Toby utak CBC pivalleeyut iqaluit
King gigatoktinga Mary Simon uqartupimmariuningani inui sivulertingi ilautitauluti kavamaliginermo ammalo ukiuqtartumi attanartumi titteilinermo uqaqatigikutinni ullumi uqaqatigikunnarseqqaukakko hausigaarlavo Tungaswapigi Igalaaq mo Mary Simon sivullermihai Canada allabitaarma kalaalli nunaanni hanu tamanna tukihaqqa hanu Canada nunarjuamiuno tukisitichigaswaqqa
taanna allabigi gijaulangaju Canada mo ikajoqsigiaarutiutsuunillu sapummeqatigiitsianermut pinasuaqatigiitsianermut ilingajoq akukit ilakalaalli nunangannimiut tamakkua Canadamiu inunginnik pinasuaqatiharuma simammata akuniniulertoq taanna ikajoqsigiarutitsausuni takkunga naluneertauju Canadaukku kavamangannu counciluniarsuni
Taakkualu inui sivulertiit taavani hatigigavikki hanu tukihaqqa tamanna ukiuqtartu saputisaugiaqarningano
Teikkua tikilaortuut unnu tikittuvinivullaajut makiffikunnu pigiaaqtitaussimatsutit nallinmaa pissimajut ullumi takoqqaujakka kalaalli nunangannimiunik inunnik sapummigiaqtussimajut taanna matuiqtautillugu allavitsaujoq sapumminerminik nuitatitsigiaqtussimallarattuit inuuqatigiitsuta akuninialuulertu pinnasuaqatigiersimalaqatta kavamakkut taanna pigiarpalia nerilertanga ikajuqsisimajut sauniartoq pigiaqatigi juumigasuarninginni inuuqatigiittuit uffaluluunniit Canadamiu assingit tamaani pinnasuutitsani kiinautussaqutitsanilluuni qanutuinna pigiarpaliarumajuit taatsumunga allavimmut sapummijauqattaniartussaujun
Hanutigi tamanna pimmariuva ilagisaunissi katinnissi
tikigatta huviasuttu paaluuqattahaummata tamaanimiu inui kalaalli nunaani inui ila haujimajagi sugillu akkunini pinasuaqatigisimalaqattigi inui silaqtuamiunqatigiittui katutseqatigiinningatikut taitsumani akkuniniulertu 1970 pigiarpaliatillugu nuivallialilauqsimamma tamanna katutseqatigigumanivut inuuqatigiitsuta nunaqatigiingikaluarsuta iloqqusaqatta ammaluqausaqarsuta atsigiimik government atsigiingitut aulatsigaluartilugit inuuqatigiinnivunni asiujissimanginatta suunguyuumma tamanna inuit iloqqusinga ammalu uqausivut tamanna pigiallaqumalla laqi tauqatta simalerma akunini taakkua Amerikamiut angajuqqaangannut pigumajau hattalaumannunanga tamanna kalaasli miununanganni miuni sapum nuitsigiartulaqitsimagatta kanatau kavamangatigut ammalu sivulaqtigijautsuan kanatau kavamakkuminni tamani gumba laumigama katingahatiqaqattaqamatsigiingitunik angayuqqaanginnik sapumminitsini uqausaqaqsunga taakkua Denmarklu akukittuilu ilakalaasli nunaani katutseqa ila pinasuaqatigiirmatik pitutsimaqatigiitsutik assianu tigumiaqtaugumanngimaqammata tamaanimiun nammine aulagumayaminning aaqqitsui inillaterigiumammata assiminut saangajaungilutik akukittumiut kalaasli nunangannimiut Denmarkmik akuninialuk pinnasuqatiqarsimalermata ammalu nammineqsu vallianerminik angeqatigiippaliag nihaqmata Denmark miunik tamatsuminga asitsitauqujigatik uqalimallarihattamata tamanna inuuqatigiitsuta sapummigattigu tamaani uqauseriqattatavut
sivulliqpauluti inuulluti king kiggartuisigimmaati qanu tamanna pimmariuva ilinno qanu issumarruvi siu akukittumiu kalaalli nunaannimiu
takkunga inigilertaqanut tilijaulaunanga akukittumiuni akunialu pinasuaqatiqarsimalerama ICC kutigut inuit katutiqatigiinningatigutu ammalu Arctic Council taanna sitamauyortuni innuartuanik katittaviumman taikuunattauq qaujima simalerama akukittumiuni akuninialu qaujimajakka ilitaqsiqattama tammalu pinasuaqsimalertakanik ilitaqsisimatsutik huyannamiiqsima iut nakoqmi siaqattatut tamaunga simaneqanik sapummineqanillu nuitatitsineqanik huviagijaqsutik pijatsaulangajuisivunitsini angiyuulangammata hangatuinna innutuinnausuta uqumaittuni saangaqattasimagatta aulattasimangitattinu uqumaittukuuqtitautsuta tamanna taimaituinnaniujaninga ippinartuujaahattalaungman katutseqatigiitsiariallariahaqnitinnik uqauseqaqatigiittugut ullumiulertoq taikkua sapumijaunerminik nakoqsatummarialuuhattatut inuuqatiminut sapumijaugiami
kingullerpaami qai taanna Canadau allabbinga qanuiliuqattalangava
taanna paqnataugia hanginnatu kissianimakkua pivalliajuit nunaqatigiingitut kiinaujatikulluuniit business-tigut kiinauttusaqassuarnitigut katutseqatigi qunnamata allabi haqlu tamaani allabi taanna tamatsuminga sapummiqattaniartoq uffaluluunniit pimmariit pinasuartaugiaqalerpata tungaviugunnassuni taikkua suurlu ilinnianermuluunni ilingajuit ilinniavimmarittaa qajarnitnik kanatami uqaaqattaqatta taannatauq tamaani nuugmi kalaasli nunahaqtuit tamaani inuit ilinniavimmaqammik kajusit kaisimalermata akuninialuk taakkua katutseqatigiillutik pinasualerpatik uttuutihaqtunga uvikkait immahaa ilinnianerminik atsuquutihaqnisauhattaniartut pijariiqsimalerluuttuk inimmariqpalianerminik malillutik ilinniavimmarimmi ilippaliagutiqa qunnanarinninga taanna uqauseriqatta mijavut makualu iloqqussilerineq uqausilerineq suurlu uqausitta ilagiariaqarninga atsigiingitui inuusittini nuitausimalermata suurlu haqitaujait hakatau lositi valliasutik nutaanik taijaugutia haktaginnik katuttiluta pinaswaaqatigigajakutta immaqa uqausivut suungussijumi neqsaugajarninga ippinarmimat attigiingittuit sunat iluunnalimaatiangi uqaangitakka qaujimanallariingmat jangimmatasuli pinaswaaqatigiilluta tamakkua nuivalliahattaniartussaummata qanu pinaswaaqatigiitsuumigunnamangaata inuuqatigiilluta
apeqqutitsaqqaluaqunniartunga nakormi katuinnautiaaqataaqavi Mary
nakormiitoaperikannaravnga
Igalaaq noqqarvitsanga tikigirpo tautulangasisassi CBC Northbeat Teresa Khiachuvunga unnuqatsiarniaqquse
If you experienced harm while admitted to a federal Indian hospital between 1936 and 1981, you might be eligible for compensation. The claims period is now open. Free supports are available to help you submit your claim. Learn more at www.ihsettlement.ca or call 1-888-592-9101.
Junos. The biggest night in Canadian music, the 55th Annual Juno Awards, with your host, Mae Martin, live March 29th at 8 on CBC.
Thanks for joining us. I'm Megan Roberts. Prosecutors in Pennsylvania dropped the felony aggravated assault charge against Yukon hockey player Gavin McKenna. McKenna is projected to be a top pick in the NHL draft. He's currently playing college hockey at Penn State University. He still faces multiple charges after an altercation on January 31st. George Moratis reports.
The felony charge carried with it a maximum sentence of 20 years upon conviction. The district attorney's office withdrew the charge after reviewing video evidence of the incident, saying in a statement, the evidence doesn't support the charge of felony aggravated assault. The 18-year-old McKenna was charged after an altercation outside a pub in State College, Pennsylvania on January 31st. The original complaint said the victim was injured to both sides of his jaw and is missing a tooth. When the police followed up, they confirmed the victim is injured on one side of the jaw and isn't missing a tooth. The press release says it's correcting the records on the injury. McKenna still faces 3 lesser charges, a misdemeanor for simple assault and a pair of summary offenses for disorderly conduct and harassment. McKenna is due in court February 11th. George Moratis, CBC News, Whitehorse.
Canada is now one of the first countries to open up a consulate in Greenland. It's the latest in a series of moves showing support for the island's sovereignty after repeated threats by U.S. President Donald Trump. Carl Cardinal reports from Nuuk.
The Canadian consulate opened today in Nuuk. The ceremony marked a new permanent diplomatic presence for Canada in the Arctic, following months of increased attention on Greenland that included repeated statements from U.S. President Donald Trump expressing interest in the island. Governor General Mary Simons and Foreign Affairs Minister Anita Anand attended the ceremony. They were joined by Vivian Montesfeld, Greenland's Minister of Foreign Affairs, along with other elected officials. Anand says the consulate signals Canada's long-term commitment to Greenland and the region.
Canada stands with the people of Denmark and the people of Greenland in terms of a number of emerging issues, not only the defense and security issues that NATO allies are considering, but also economic resilience, climate change issues, as well as people-to-people ties, especially Northerners and Inuit peoples.
During the ceremony, Minister Annan raised the Canadian flag with the Governor General by her side. Mary Simon spoke about the long-standing relationship between Canada, Greenland, and Denmark, and highlighted strong cultural ties, particularly amongst Inuit across the Arctic.
Felt like coming home. It was an exciting time to be able to see some old friends, but it's also an important time because that will help the two regions.
Inuit organizations joined the Canadian delegation in Nuuk. Nunavut Tunkavit Incorporated and Makivik Corporation were both represented, bringing around 60 people to stand with Greenland Inuit. NTI President Paul Ingnaut spoke about the Inuit solidarity with Greenland.
It's only natural that we support them in their time of need, and that's why we're all going there.
Officials say the visit is meant to expand collaboration on Arctic sovereignty, governance, and Inuit-to-Inuit connections. France also opened its consulate today in Nuuk, making Canada and France amongst the few countries with a diplomatic presence in Greenland. Carl Cardinal, CBC News, Nuuk.
There's a strong message to Donald Trump from Canadian Inuit leaders as the new consulate opens. Back off. Inuit delegates in Greenland say they stand united and they're not afraid to speak up.
We are underslept and most certainly, the President of the United States of America, we don't know what his next move is going to be.
I just feel like it's how do I say this? A toddler having a little tantrum, wanting a toy.
He is very blatant in his colonialism. And it's very funny for me as a young woman to watch someone have emotional outbursts on lands that don't belong to him.
I think they need to realize that we are forced to be reckoned with. We are one people of the Arctic, all over Inuit Circumpolar.
We want to come together in solidarity with Greenland and to show our support and to say, like, that land is not for sale.
They steal from us, our lands, our language, and our children. And they're not above doing that again.
Canada is one of the first countries to open a diplomatic mission in Greenland after Trump's threats, though plans for the consulate began in late 2024. People living in Norman Wells Northwest Territories are still making sense of Imperial Oil's impending closure. The oil company abruptly announced last Friday that it would stop producing later this year. It's not entirely unexpected news, but it's left many residents wondering what the future holds for themselves and their community. Leni Lambrink reports from Norman Wells.
The SO3 stars. So I put that ring on the day Dad died and basically haven't took it off.
David Hodgson has spent most of his life in Norman Wells. A contractor and businessman in town, his family's history is deeply entwined with the oil industry here. A retirement ring that once belonged to his father, Edward Hodgson, is just one sign of that.
Kind of a memento to my father and all the years that he worked for Imperial and what Imperial meant to him his whole life. That was our family.
Norman Wells is an oil town. Imperial Oil has been drilling here for more than a century. The company abruptly announced at the end of January that it would stop that production this summer. Many people in the community say they knew this was coming, but they did expect more of a heads up about it. And some of the people I've been speaking to here say they're still figuring out what this means for them.
They fly people up here to live in the community and work at the oil place. And I don't think that's going to be very good for a lot of people to be leaving.
If they do want to get rid of it, and my first successful thing I want to try and do doesn't work out, I was thinking I could maybe destroy the place. So as in help them if they need workers, help them take it apart.
it's kind of closed opportunities for me because I was thinking of it as a backup plan for when I get older.
HRN Contracting's superintendent isn't worried about his future in Norman Wells. He thinks the community will continue to be an oil town for another 20 years as Imperial shuts down and cleans up.
I worry about my kids, though. I don't know what they're going to have in Norman Wells, especially my grandkids, too. I'm not sure what's going to be left for them, so it's time for the town to reinvent itself.
One elder from Fort Good Hope has fond memories of working for Imperial Oil. Staying in Norman Wells while his home undergoes upgrades, he wonders now about buying a house from the company.
A few years ago, I asked one of the workers there to find out if I could buy one. I think I'm going to follow that up, see if they could sell me a house that for my kids.
His daughter, however, is grappling with her future in the community.
With this Imperial Oil shutting down, it's just all kinds of things come to mind. Maybe I think I should move. I don't think it's best to buy a home here.
Hodgson, too, is figuring out what's next. He plans to stick around for the coming years, making the most of a cleanup Imperial expects to begin in 2030. After that, the future is more uncertain.
Will I ever walk away from this? Probably never. I'll always come home. But would I be living here now going forward year by year by year? And it's highly unlikely.
At 65 years old, Hodgson says he's ready for retirement. Wherever that takes him, Norman Wells will always be home. Leni Lambrink, CBC News, Norman Wells.
Imperial Oil won't start its final cleanup work at Norman Wells until after 2030. But one community down the Mackenzie River already feels strongly about what should be done. Sarah St. Pierre has more.
The artificial islands have to go. That's the message Fort Good Hope has for Imperial Oil as it prepares its final cleanup plan for Norman Wells.
We still want them gone because it's affecting the way the river is really flowing now. Like the channels are all changing and stuff down here. The water levels are getting lower and lower. And we think that it's all the effect of the artificial islands.
There are 6 of them. Imperial Oil created the artificial islands in the Mackenzie River in the 80s so it could put oil wells on them. Imperial Oil declined a request for an interview. It said in a statement that a closure environmental assessment is underway and we have engaged communities in early discussions about Indigenous knowledge sharing. The company did not answer a question about the future of the islands, but a consultant report to the oil giant from 2024 about closure cost estimates shows that the company meant to leave the islands there. One analyst says that's because Imperial Oil believes the islands will wash away over time if the rock barrier keeping them in place is removed. But he doesn't think that would happen in the Mackenzie River.
It's a fairly slow-moving river, and actually if you take a look at any picture of the islands from above, you will see that each of them over time has developed a very long tail. So to leave them in place is likely just to increase that tail, and that's not healthy for the state of the river.
The artificial islands are one concern for the Kashugotunay and Fort Good Hope, but they want more out of the cleanup at Norman Wells, like removing all underground pipes and making sure they can do independent water monitoring. Chief Granjon says there's a lot of work to do still before a final closure plan is ready, but it should get his communities free, prior, and informed consent. Sarah St. Pierre, CBC News, Yellowknife.
It is the 6th day of the Yukon Ultra Marathon. 18 athletes have already dropped out. That leaves just 13 competitors. Chris McIntyre spoke with athletes at the checkpoint in Ross River.
My name is Daniel Benamou. I'm from the United States and just out here to enjoy the Yukon. It's such an amazing, amazing place. It's my 7th time racing the Yukon Arctic Ultra, so it's always an adventure, I can tell you what. With a race like this, where you're out literally walking, 24 hours at a stretch, sleeping for a couple hours and keep going. I think one of the biggest things you can do is honestly just keep a smile on your face. So much of this is mental. It's gonna hurt. It's gonna be uncomfortable. It's probably gonna be cold. And so just enjoying where you are, looking around, just enjoying this the amazing scenery and all the people. If you're not having fun, I think you're doing this for the wrong reasons. But so for me, like, obviously a huge part is, you know, physical training and things like that. But I would say more is actually just mentally, just being ready to be out there. And, you know, when it hurts, just put that next step in front of the one behind you and keep moving forward.
So my name is Oliver. I'm from Amsterdam, the Netherlands. And I came here to race. This is my third winter race with the Arctic Ultra. And I won it. I won the 2:35 race for a very special reason. All the other competitors dropped out in the first 2 days. So that was something that has not happened before. But one thing I've learned from all the ultras that I've done is that sometimes you can feel so bad, right? It's so tough going and you're tired and everything hurts. But if you sometimes rest, you take some food and some drink, and it will get better, all right? It will get better. So don't give up too easy.
And that is Northbeat for tonight. For news anytime, go to cbc.ca/north. Thank you for watching. I'm Megan Roberts. Have a great weekend.
If you experienced harm while admitted to a federal Indian hospital between 1936 and 1981, you might be eligible for compensation. The claims period is now open. Free supports are available to help you submit your claim. Learn more at www.ihsettlement.ca or call 1-888-592-9101.